Welcome to Daily Conversation. This is Mr. K.
This is Eric.
Yeah, today is the 10th of October 2021, and the time now is 6:17 a.m. Well, our topic today is talk about Monday blues and how do we deal with it. All right, so before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so here we go. Okay, so firstly, yeah, when talk about Monday blues, a short question to myself, whether this is something that I experience. My answer is yes, and then I think Monday blues is something that I experienced since I was very young, and I remember that when I was in studying in kindergarten, and I also have the feeling like, oh, uh, today is Friday, and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow I don't have to go to school, and I feel happy. And also for the same, when I was enjoying during weekend, and I know that oh, today is Sunday, and then during the night before going to sleep, I will um, feel like oh, tomorrow is Monday. I feel so bad. Yeah, I have the feeling even when I was so young. Yeah, when goes to primary school, and then I think it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. It is just similar to when I was in kindergarten, and then for secondary school, yeah, secondary school, because in my school I have to sometimes go to school on Saturdays, yeah, because we have the so-called the core curriculum activities on Saturdays. So yeah, basically we have to study like we have to go to school like 5.5 days a week. Yeah, and then yeah, I can also feel like Monday blues when I was studying in secondary school, and yeah, the feeling is even uh, stronger. I mean, comparing kindergarten, primary school, and secondary school. In secondary school, I feel more. I feel more so-called Monday blues during Sundays, and I believe that not only me, but also the other students, um, and also I would say most of the students. Yeah, because one thing I can remember is because I take the school bus to school uh, when I was studying in secondary school, and then yeah, I can feel like if it is Saturday, yeah, Saturday we went to the school just for core curriculum activities. Yeah, so on that day it will be more relaxed, and then relaxing, and then we felt more happy, and then also thinking of that is the day before Sunday. So I can feel that people are happier, and then when I step on the bus, I can feel like people not all of them were sleeping, and then some of them didn't sleep. Some of them talked to their friends. Some of them playing music. Some of them playing games. Yeah, because at that time, some of the students, including me, we actually brought our mobile handphone to school um, secretly. Yeah, and then yeah, that is Saturday. But how about Monday? Yeah, Monday is the first day of a week, and then after a rest, yeah, which is after Sunday, and then when I step on the bus, it's Monday, and I can feel like many people on the bus were actually sleeping, and the bus was more quiet. I can feel like the bus was more quiet, and many of them are sleeping. And then yeah, I can feel like the atmosphere isn't the same comparing Saturday and Monday, and also comparing the atmosphere on the bus after school also. Yeah, after school, if it is Saturday, yeah, it's even more like having a party on the bus. Yeah. So yeah, so this is what I feel when I was in secondary school. Yep. And then also when I was studying, to be frank, I had the feeling like, oh, I don't like school actually. School make me so busy. I have to uh, go to school so many days in a week. Yeah, 5.5 days. And then also because my school is quite far away from my house, and I have to wake up quite early in the morning. So actually, studying to me is quite tired. Yeah, and sometimes I have to go to tuition after school, and then sometimes I wake up like 5:45. I remember in the morning, and then when I reach home, it's around 7 o'clock. So yeah, you can see so many hours I have to spend in school and also on the bus. Yeah, traffic jams. Yeah, studying to me is really tiring at that time. Yeah, so at that time I had a feeling like I don't like study. I wish I graduate soon, something like that. And then when talk about after school we had to work. Yeah, we had to find a job, and also the same things happen. Yeah, we have to work. Basically, for most people, we work on weekdays, Monday to Friday, or some people Monday to Saturday. And then we also face the problem, which is we have a rest in Sunday. We have a happy time during weekend, and then we have to continue going to work on Monday. So Monday blues again. Yeah, it appears, and also I believe that most people also have the feeling more or less about Monday blues. Um, when I when I listened to the radio, which is the 933, the Singapore, one of the Singapore Chinese radio. Sometimes, and I hear that they talk about Monday blues because uh, they have some interaction with the audience. Yeah, I mean the DJ will allow the audience to make a call to the radio station. And I remember that when it was Monday, and many people will mention about Monday blues. Oh, today is Monday blues, and maybe he feel not so happy. He feel tired. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, to me, Monday blues, I think uh, for my work schedule is a little bit different. So Monday is actually a good day for me. Monday is like a weekend for me because even though I work every day, and then but Monday is the day that I was I have Monday is the day that I don't have to work long hours. Yeah, Monday I just work for 1 plus 1, something like two 2.5 hours. Yeah, just on Mondays. So Mondays is a day that I'm more relaxed. Yeah, and then for me, I'm the opposite. To me, weekend is the busiest time for me, the busiest day, and then I have to work from morning until the night, and then yeah. So for me, do I have Monday blues? I have Monday blues, but it is not on Monday. I have Monday blues on Friday. Yeah, and then this is for me, and I would like to talk about the second part of the question, how
Why
to do.
Friday?
Sorry.
Uh, but about why Friday? Just now you say
Mm.
mm, Monday you work the least, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So if
yeah,
you just like for example, just like the weekend,
mm,
weekend we don't need to work,
yeah,
but Monday you work the least.
yeah.
So this should be the Tuesday you feel the so-called Monday blue.
Oh,
Why this? before on the Friday?
Okay, for me, actually, at first, because I arranged my working time to every day. At first, I actually didn't get used to it because at first I feel like energetic. I feel like I can handle it. I can work every day, and I believe that I can do it. But after a few months, I feel like, oh wow, it's really not easy. Because sometimes you just want to relax, but if you repeat the same thing every day, and then you will feel a little bit annoyed. Yeah, and then after that, yeah, because for me, Saturday and Sunday is the busiest day. So my Monday blues, yeah, it's quite strange. My Monday blues is not on Tuesday. It is on Friday. Yeah, because I almost work every day, so I don't have a day which is totally I can take a rest and don't have to talk about work, think about work. And so for me, the Monday blues appear before Saturday and Sunday, which is the busiest time in the week before that. And how about Tuesday? And for me, this is actually a coincidence. Tuesday is even though I have to work for quite long hours, but to me, Tuesday the class is easier. The class is easier, and the students uh, because sometimes for me some classes it is like um, the students firstly they kind of not being so uh, responsive, yeah, and then I feel like oh the class maybe it's not that easygoing. And for Tuesday the students they are more active and then easygoing. So for Tuesday actually also for the subject that I think it is easier. It is not so tough. So yeah, so Tuesday is actually quite quite easy for me. So I think after Monday, I also feel I don't feel blues on Tuesday. Yeah, I actually feel blues on on starting from Friday. Yeah, and then it ends in Sunday night.
But is it still so-called the Monday blues? How to define Monday blues?
Um, yeah, Monday blues basically is um after a rest after rest day, 1 day or 2 day, and then you have to work for the whole week.
Hmm.
Mm,
Yeah, the definition I checked is something like a set of negative emotions that many people get at the beginning of work week if they are not happy at work. Yeah,
mm,
you can ignore the last part. If they are not happy at work, you just look at the first
mm,
part, set of negative emotions that many people get at the beginning
yeah.
the work week. So at the beginning of the work week, so it doesn't suit your case,
Mm,
and I don't think it's a Monday blue. So what uh what are you what are you really wants to uh discuss? I mean, uh what's the real topic? It seems like it's not the real topic.
yeah.
What you
Okay.
talk about is not the real topic. I mean, the which is not same as the topic uh I understand literally.
Mm, yeah, it's okay. I think because yeah, I found that that's true. If you talk about Monday blues, it seems like my case, this is a Monday blues, but yeah, I just realized it. And yeah, but it's okay because uh I found that it just reveals something. Um, Also, like you mentioned, if the sentence, which is the last few words, if they what's that? If they don't feel happy at work, is it?
Mm.
Yeah. So so maybe this
But
is
even you
something.
but
Yeah.
even you feel happy at work, you still maybe you still will get the Monday blues, but not quite often.
cut off, and also to what degree, right? To
Yeah,
what degree you feel blues?
yeah, and happy is not a state. Yeah, and happy is not something once you pursue, then everything will be set off. It's not like
Mm,
this case. Yeah, you
mm,
feel happy, but sometimes you also will feel sad. Sometimes you also will feel frustrations. You also will have some negative emotion. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so to me, I think it reveals something. Yeah, even though this is not Monday blues, but it reveals that yeah, for s- for Saturday and Sunday, maybe uh, I don't enjoy the work so much, and yeah, mainly it's because the work schedule is too tight on these 2 days. Yeah, and when talk about Tuesday, which is Monday is the most relaxing day for me, and Tuesday I actually uh don't feel Monday blues. I actually feel kind of okay and a little bit happy uh before Tuesday. So yeah, so I think I think it is possible for people who suffer little or even no Monday blues. Um, yeah, I think it is possible. It is possible if you just like the sentence you say, if they don't feel happy. So if the opposite, if they feel happy, I think Monday blues uh, isn't isn't something in the dictionary.
right.
So
I
mm,
didn't say this.
yeah, yeah, because the sentence you say, right, that you found it on the definition, if they don't feel happy at work, and then they will have Monday blues, right?
Yeah, this is a definition I found, but I
Yeah.
tend to ignore the last part
Oh,
because, right?
so you think that
I did say
everybody
that.
more or less will have Monday blues, even they are happy at work, they have very much the passion at work.
Okay, I'm not sure, but uh, I would say everyone definitely will experience. Everyone definitely have experienced Monday blues. Okay, that means
Mm, yeah.
everyone have experienced Monday blues. Okay, but maybe currently you didn't you didn't feel that.
Mm,
Yeah, maybe you currently you feel stronger than in the past. Yeah, but
yeah.
that's irrelevant to happiness. So I tend to ignore the last part. The last part is if they are not happy at work, I tend
Mm.
to ignore this. Yeah, because if you really feel not happy at work, you not only will have Monday blues, you have Tuesday blues, you have the whole week blues.
Yeah, yeah, but Monday is the strongest, right? Because you have the feeling like you have to not only work for Monday, but there are 5 days there are 5 days behind this. But
Yeah,
for like Tuesday
so
and
so
Wednesday, yeah, it's
yeah,
different.
so I tend to ignore the last part. Yeah, if they are not happy at work, because some people they feel passions at work. Yeah, they like the work, but some of them may still feel Monday blues. Yeah,
Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, so okay, so for my case, yeah, I think it's a little bit strange, and then maybe Monday blues isn't for me. Yeah, and then yeah, I think so for me the day before weekend is just maybe the stress and some negative feeling before the busy day.
mm.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with this. And then okay, so I think I go to the second part, which is how do we how do I feel deal with it? And for this, I think we have some basic approaches, which is, for example, the first one is to reward ourselves, um, and try to create some joy during the day. Uh, During the day, for example, um, I can give an example. When I was studying in secondary school, for example, you can you can ask your friends. Yeah, maybe if in my case, I can ask my friends to go to school to play basketball before before the school time. Yeah, so I kind of creating some joy on the same day, so that whenever so that the day before Monday, I feel like, oh, tomorrow I also beside going to school study, I also do something I like, which is something I feel happy. So I think this is one of the way, and then you can do it by uh, not only like playing basketball, doing some sport. You can also like reward yourself. Maybe you can eat something you like. Yeah, just once per week. Even though that may be something that unhealthy, but I think it is not the case for just one day, one meal a week. Yeah, and then yeah, this can be before the job, during the job, and also during work and after work. Yeah, just creating something that you feel happy. Yeah, and then the second way is uh, do some preparation before your blues. And yeah, for these, the preparations can be something in your work, in your school. Also, it can be like uh, get up earlier a little bit, and then maybe you uh, you go to work, and then but you go out, you leave home earlier so that you don't have to rush. For school also, you wake up earlier, and then you make everything ready, and then maybe you can do it slowly and don't have to rush. And I think this is something that we can do uh, to get rid of the feeling of Monday blues. Yeah, and of course, before this, we need to do something. For example, if that is something that is preparation for work, yeah, maybe you need to work harder the previous day, so that the next day will be easier, something like that. Yeah, and then the last approach I can think of is taking enough sleep. And for this one, I think one of uh, the reason I feel money blues when I was in secondary school is because it is like a bad cycle, because on weekdays we have to study from Monday until Saturday. Yeah, and then yeah, more or less I think I actually feel quite tiring. And then after these tiring few days, and then on weekend we actually uh, do the things we like, and then relax, play games. uh, and also I remember that during weekend I the during on Sundays I actually didn't go to bed early. Yeah, I actually go to bed later than usual day. Yeah, something like that, because that is the only day I can relax, do my own thing. I can play. So if I didn't go to bed earlier, and then after so many tiring day, so Sunday is not the days that I can take enough rest, and then kind of fully charge myself. Yeah, if I didn't do that, and then yeah, I think this is a bad cycle, and followed by another weekdays, 5 day weekdays. Yeah, and then yeah, so this is, I think, something I didn't do when I was in secondary school. And I believe that if we kind of uh, uh, go to bed earlier or take enough sleep the day before, and then yeah, tomorrow you will experience differently because you feel more energetic. Maybe you can deal with the your work or your study if you are in school, and then yeah, you won't feel so so if you won't feel so blues. I to me I think. Yep. So these are some basic approach, and last before end, I think beside this basic approach, we can kind of try to understand the underlying motives of our Monday blues, and why do we feel bad, and then is it because of something? Um, uh, beside the fact that we have to study or work for so many days, and then also can think of why some people they feel more blues, and then some people they feel little or even none. Yeah, so yeah, I think uh, we can try to uh, we can try this approach, and then this approach may require some time and also require trial and errors to find out what is the things that make us so feel so blue uh, um, before Monday.
Yeah. What are some example for the underlying motive?
Okay, for example, um, yeah, for example, we can find out for yeah, for me, because it is not Monday blues. For me, um, yeah, maybe when I was in secondary school, yeah, I feel Monday blues, and maybe I can think back, uh, what could be the things that I make me so blues, and then the things can be studying, going to school is tiring, and then it can also be like I don't like studying, especially for which subjects. Yeah, it can be, and then it can also be like um, I hate uh, I hate waking up early. Yeah, it can also be some reason. So we try to write down the reason that could possibly be the reason that make you feel blue, and make you feel even something like the feeling of dislike just going to work or study. Yeah, and
Yeah. So
then
so so what are the reasons? What are the possible reasons?
yeah, just now I already give three, right?
Right.
The first one could be um, yeah, going to school is tiring,
Mm-hmm.
and then the second could be maybe a particular subject is not the subject I like, and I hate to deal with to face it, and then it also could be I hate or I dislike the feeling of waking up early and I feel so tired. Yeah, this could be some reasons, and then we can write down those possible reasons, and then for
No.
all those, yeah.
But one of the things, for example, you say you're tiring, but you already have the weekend rest, so you have like one and a half day or 2 day rest
Mm,
before you need to go before the next time you need to go to school.
yeah.
If this is in the work day, if this is in the work week, and you need to go to school every day, so the day before you go to school is still the day, is still a school day. So which one is more tiring? This is for the first point. And the second point is,
Mm.
you say the subject you don't like, but is the subject only fall on Monday, or actually the subject also fall on Wednesday, also fall on Thursday?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
in our secondary school it is kind of we have it every day or every other day, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
And what's the third point? I forget already.
the third point can be yeah, I hate like waking up early.
But every day you also need to wake up earlier to go to school.
Mm.
Why only Monday you feel that? So is it the real underlying motive?
Because to me, I feel like Monday blues is like because something you don't like, don't okay, don't like. Maybe it's something, yeah, more or less you don't like, and then you have the feeling like you have to do it for so many days. So before Mondays, the feeling of blues is the strongest. So, to me, blues is like is uh, the blues comes from something you don't like, maybe just a little, but um, considering that you have to repeat the same thing for 5 days, which is the longest in a week.
Mm,
So before Monday, it is Monday that there is Monday blues.
mm, yeah.
So thinking from this way, I think I was trying to find out what makes me feel those kind of dislike, the things that I dislike to do. Just write it down. Don't have to worry about you can do nothing for that, because I believe that everything you can, at least you can do something with that. Yeah, just
Mm,
like forming habits or breaking habits, you just have to write it down first, and before thinking of any solution.
mm, yeah. But actually, I found that the maybe to me the real underlying motive is, let's say for example, the subject why you
Mhm.
hate study. I think this should be the underlying motive. Mm.
Mm. Yeah.
And if you talk about like the get up earlier, mm, yeah, maybe okay. For this one, I will explain in my part, yeah, in my
Mhm.
sharing part, because
Yeah.
it is quite a little bit relate to my to one of my point.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
for the first one, the tiring, yeah, and I agree, yeah, I actually agree that um, we may feel frustrations because we need to repeat the same thing again and again and again, and we only have so little time to rest. Mm. So, but why you want to choose a way to live?
Uh,
Right?
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
Mm.
yeah, because
Yep.
because if you think if you think this is a torturous, and you need to repeat the torture every week. Yeah. So why why the life could be like that? Why 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 you want to live in this way?
Mm.
Mm. And how do you deal with that? Maybe you communicate with your parents. Means
Mm.
when you are still a student,
Yeah.
maybe you request want to change the school, or maybe and of course maybe your parents will say, yeah, this is not something you can choose. Mm,
Mm.
yeah. And then what can you do? Maybe you need to take some actions, yeah, to let them understand this is your life, and something that you this is something that you want to change. This is
Mm.
something you want to make the decision for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you also need to take the responsibility. You couldn't just uh push away everything and don't take the responsibility. And
Yeah.
it actually linked to another point, which is the same. Why when we are still students, we don't take the responsibility? Why we don't make the decision by our own? Why we don't choose the school we want to study by our
Mm.
own, and it is choose by our parents?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the underlying motive is something that can lead to a bigger questions. Yeah, bigger core questions, and the question is normally more difficult to solve. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and for the part that just now, also it reminds me something, which is after graduate, actually, it's like a few weeks ago, I also have a chance to talks with my younger brother, and uh, I told him actually that there's something that I didn't try, but right now I regret a little bit, which is during secondary school, actually, for me, I had the chance to apply for the dormitory, which is the 宿舍, in the school, because the dormitory will give the priority to those who live far away from the school. So for me, I live quite far away. It's more than 20 kilometers. So I must have the chance to apply for it successfully. So yeah, if I choose that, maybe I won't feel so tired because maybe at school, as I know, if I live in a dormitory and then they have something like the study time, which is maybe after 8 p.m. you have to go down to the place and then study uh, together, and it is like I'm not very sure because I didn't go into, but uh, uh, you have to something like off your phone after maybe after 9 o'clock or what, and then go to sleep. They have something like that. So maybe also because I don't have to wake up so early uh, just to just to go to school because I already at school. So maybe living in dormitory, I can wake up like 6:30 instead of 5 something, and then yeah, also that would be a very good experience, I think, for me if I choose to live without my parents beside me in that age. So this is something that I regret not doing it.
Mm.
Yeah, and then yeah, just the last sentence before my sharing, which is uh, I think that Monday blues is something of course it's something bad for most of the people, but it actually signals that if we experience very strong Monday blues, it actually signals that we need to do something. Maybe is we need to apply the underlying motive approach, and then something must need to be changed if you feel uh, strong Monday blues. Yeah, so these are my sharing today.
Yeah. Uh, but but one thing I'm doubtful on why Monday Blue. Why Monday Blue is a signal. Why you want to use it as a signal? Why you want to treat it as a signal? Is there
Um,
any better signal? Yeah. Can Monday Blue can Monday Blue a better signal than others?
um,
Wouldn't it mislead wouldn't it mislead us?
yeah, it could be. Yeah, but just like I said, yeah, if you experience only strong Monday blues, I think for uh, little Monday blues is very usual and normal for Moses, and we can of course get it over.
Mm.
Yeah, but also I just now you say is it a good signal? So what do you mean the other ways? Do you mean something like self-reflection, regularly, maybe every month or every weeks? Is it?
Yeah, it also could be, but let's say for example, if you feel that you are in a rat race, if
Mm,
you feel that mm, why you why every month you can save only so little money, and if when you calculate how many years you need to retire, yeah, all of these things can give you a better can give you a better, like uh, a better view,
Signal.
better picture, better view about your life. So something that's give you the signal, but the thing just give you the feeling you need to change something. Then you think you need to change something, so you try to do it. But when it comes, when it comes to weekend, and then you forget, you forget, you forget, uh, you forget the thing. I mean, how, uh, you forget the promise. Yeah, you forget the promise you make to yourself. For example,
Yeah.
you want to change something, and but when it comes to weekend, because you couldn't change much thing in a week, and also in a work week, because you are busy at work. But, and when it comes to weekend, and then you forget your promise, and you enjoy your life. And when it comes to Monday, you feel the Monday blue, and then you promise to yourself again. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah, got it.
Mm. So, mm, no, you shouldn't got it because you shouldn't have got it because I haven't mentioned the main point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to use the Monday blue to signal you, and it will just signal you feel bad. But how bad your life was? Yeah. What is the degree? How to quantify? How to measure it? You can't do that. So Monday blue is not a good signal. Yeah. But what are better signal? I won't say it is a bad signal, but I think it is a better signal, which is calculate how let's say, for example, calculate how much you can live without the work, without job. Yeah. How many months you can go through with your what called little saving. And also this is one of them. And another is, I think is better one, is calculate your retirement age, or calculate how much money you need to retire. Yeah, this is the, I think this is the most powerful one amongst them. Mm. Because when you see a big amount you need, yeah, a big amount are required to retire. Mm. Because let's say you don't want work, you don't want experience this Monday blue. Let's say you want to quit the rat race. How much money you need? So that means
Yeah.
how much money you need to retire, to be financially freedom. And when you see the amount is so big, that you realize that you can't you can't get the amount in your lifetime.
Yeah.
Then at that time you start to reflect. Yeah, you start to do the self reflection, and try to review your life. Yeah. Yeah. And you also, yeah, it can come from many way. For example, your relationship. Yeah, a lot of things. It also can come from your career. Yeah, so it doesn't necessarily means it need to come from the finance, but finance is the most powerful one, I think, among all
Yeah.
of them, because everybody feel financial struggle. Yeah, if they don't feel financial struggle, they won't have Monday blue. They won't have like feel frustration at work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so I think this is a better signal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Uh. Yeah. The main point here is, if you want to make something a signal, it better better the it's better when the things can be measured. When something can be measured, it can be managed.
Yep.
Yeah. But just remind again in our previous conversations, something that cannot control, it still can be measured. Just like the market risk. What is it called? the the asymmetric. Yeah, the asymmetric risk. So this is something uh like the market risk. Yeah. and we couldn't control, but we can manage it, maybe through diversifications. Yeah. So it actually give you the idea that something that you cannot control, you still can manage. So you still can measure, you still can calculate, you still can use your position sizing, you still can use your portfolio allocation, portfolio management to manage the risk under your control.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the whole idea about the signaling.
Yep.
Okay. Before I start my sharing, yeah. Since you talked a lot about the secondary school,
Yeah.
the private secondary school, and would you send your child to private school in future?
Private school. I think I will consider the cost first. Yeah, for the cost, the school fees.
Mm.
Yeah, for school fees, and then in my secondary school, it is like 600 every 3 months. Every 3 months. Wait a minute. 3 months, 4 quarters. Yeah, every 3 months, 600. So we make some calculation. It is like 200 a month. So, and right now I believe that the school fees must have increased, and I believe that it is now close to 1,000 every 3 months. So yeah, it is not cheap compared to those government school, which is for the school fees part is like something like totally free, or just have to pay some a little. And
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. But what if it's affordable? Will you
affordable.
still yeah? Will you choose the private school?
Private school, I think if it is affordable, I think I will.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and uh,
But why?
but there are some bias here because I haven't been to those government schools, so maybe uh, I need to really to find out, to observe, because as I know that in independent school, the teacher, they are in overall, the teacher are more responsible, they are more serious, and in my opinion, but with bias because I haven't been in the government school. They told me that the teachers maybe are not so responsible. They just want to spend their days in the school, and then they some of them didn't even have the uh, have the responsibility to kind of to to govern the students,
Yeah.
or help them and teach them.
I think your bias is absolute correct in this part. Yeah. Of course, the quality of private school is better than public school in Malaysia. Yeah. Yeah. So, but just because of this, you choose private school. And for example, yeah, you can went to private school. You also can went to public school. But what did you learn from the private school?
Um,
After the whole secondary school life?
mm,
Yeah, maybe 6 years, and private school just need 5 years.
yeah, yeah.
But what did you learn from that from that 6 years?
To me, I think, yeah, I did, I couldn't, I couldn't even say out what I've learned, other than those academic things, in private school because, yeah, I feel like uh
And also,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but how many exam question, how many uh academic exam question you still can answer?
Oh,
Yeah,
uh,
I mean,
you mean right now, right? Yeah,
yeah, right now.
we forgot a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and sometimes maybe you can, let's say if you have time to go to the bookstore and you try to look at you try to look at the exam question.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, you will found that many of them you can't answer,
Mm,
and you
yeah.
still you still live well. This is a this is a problem. I mean, no, maybe it's not a problem, but it is the most ironic,
Mm.
ironic thing. Yeah, you 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 forget all of them. Yeah, even though uh you used to learn them well, but now even though you forget all of them, you still live well.
Mm.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
yeah. But at here I didn't encourage people go to public school. I just want to maybe something like the spot the underlying motive
Mm.
why you yeah why you want to send the child to private school. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, and for my part, okay, I think about the Monday blues, I think everyone will experience that. But for me, if you ask me, do I have a strong Monday blues? I would
Mm.
say no. And sometimes, uh, maybe like in the beginning of this year, I actually feel excited and I actually kind of like eager to go to eager to go to work and
Oh.
and want to wait for Monday. Yeah. Um, the reason is because at that time I'm designing for my own uh trading robot trading bot, and
Mm.
I can only use the computer to do the things when I was I mean I don't have my I don't have my computer at my home, so I only can do only can I only can do that when I was in office. Yeah, but of
Mm.
course when it's busy I still can't do that. So
Yeah.
when I was free and I'm at office, so uh I can like kind of like design. I can like do the coding.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to make a trading bot. Yeah, so at that time I really want I really want the Mondays comes.
Mm.
And sometimes I found that wow, it is already Wednesday, it's already Thursday, it's already Friday.
Yeah.
Mm, but my task almost finished is something like it's almost finished. Yeah, the part that I was doing is almost finished. Why I need to like stop at this time? Yeah,
Mm.
something
Yeah.
like that. Mm, yeah. Or maybe in Saturday and Sunday, or maybe in Saturday afternoon or in Sunday, uh, I actually I found that I found a new sorry I mean I think a new idea which can
Mm.
solve the problem. Yeah, and now I feel excited. I want to try. Yeah, but I couldn't try. Because I don't have the computer, so I need to like record down in my notes. Mm,
Mm.
yeah, and when the Mondays comes and I can test it, I can try it when I is office. Mm.
Mm.
So um so it's quite strange. Yeah, but of course this is something like because I'm not doing the task that relate to the work.
Yeah.
Mm. But if you talk about some other tasks related to work, for
Mm.
example, design an Excel template. Yeah, and for example, I only start to design in Friday or in Saturday, and I haven't finished it. Would I feel excited to wait for Monday comes? Yeah, yes, also
Mm.
will.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, because I want to finish it as early as possible. I want to see the result. If I think a new idea can apply on that, can change the code and make it more efficient, make it run more efficient, or solve the problem effectively, yeah, I also feel excited. I want to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it is the case, I have the things to do. I really know on Monday there are something that I want to do.
Mm.
And I won't have Monday blues. Yeah, and for other days, I usually don't feel Monday blues. But sometimes I also will have a little, very little negative emotion before I go to work. For example, now I need to uh travel uh a longer distance. So maybe Monday I will think, it's the time to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Monday. So maybe I need to experience the things 5 days, or maybe like uh yeah. So for example, it's like something something like, I don't know how to explain. Let me think for a while. Uh okay, for example, this is a time to work, and
Mm.
I only have rest 1.5 day. Yeah, something like that. The feeling is something like that. So it could be like forward negative uh, forward negative motion, which things like you have you need to experience 5.5 days more.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe it can be backwards. Yeah, it can be backwards. Yeah, you didn't like rest enough. Mm.
Mm.
And okay, talk about why some people will have Monday blues. I think it
Yeah.
can come from many things. It actually, okay, the short answer, the summary is, I don't think Monday blue is a good idea. It's a good idea uh to let us understand, to let us make the reflections, to let us
Mm.
make the decisions, to let us to let us think about our work, about our career, about our life. I don't think it's just a good idea. Okay, and it can be come from many things. It can come from a lot of things. Yeah. But I try to categorize into three things. Yeah, and you have found that everything can fit into these three. Each one of them. Okay.
Yeah.
The first one of the three. The first one is the frustration is actually come from not doing meaningful things. Yeah. Uh, it could be in the weekend. It also could be in the weekday. The uh uh the weekday. Mm.
Mm.
So um, not doing meaningful things, especially for weekend, and you will think that you waste your time. For example, you spend your whole day to watch the drama, or
Mm.
to play the games, and when it's Monday, you think, my it's my life. Is this my destiny? Is my life is kind of like this, cannot be changed anymore. So every week I just work, and after work I just play the game. Mm. So I didn't like improve myself. So how can I get out from this?
Mm.
I didn't do meaningful things. So this is one of the reason. Yeah, one of the the first category. Yeah, you waste your time, and you feel frustration. Yeah, because you didn't like appreciate the time. But when the next week comes, you still do the same thing. Yeah, so the
Mm.
frustration can become greater and greater and greater, and you hate yourself. Mm. You
Yeah.
hate the behavior, and uh you don't like it, and you also you think uh you always procrastinate. Mm. Yeah,
Mm.
and you are not the person like you just graduate. Yeah, and maybe when you just graduate, you think, you want to have a good you want to like get a good career, and also you want to
Mm.
fight for that.
Yeah.
You want to get promotion, but after sometimes you don't feel the urge. Yeah. So you think like, yeah, even I couldn't get promotion is still okay. But maybe you think, yeah, I want to get promotion. I want to get salary raise, but I don't want to do but I don't want to do more things.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah, I don't want to improve myself. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you feel less less motivation to improve yourself. So this is the first category. And what is the second? What is the second? Second category is actually the frustration come from doing a lot of things, and you don't have enough time to rest. Yeah, the doing a lot of things, it could be meaningful things. It also could be uh non-meaningful things. Just you do a lot of things and you don't have enough time to rest, and during your weekend. So
Mm.
when the Mondays come, you think that I didn't rest for the week. Yeah, and I still need to work for 5 days long before I can really give myself a rest. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's also one of the reasons. And you can find that, yeah, even for these two, it actually can cover every scenario. Yeah. So this is something like it's something like I just categorize. For
Mm.
example, if you have number 1 to 100,
Yeah.
I didn't tell you the meaning for 1 to 10, or the meaning for 20 to 30. I just categorize by 10, 1 to 10, 20 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, and
Mm.
yeah, it's just like split them into uh, in into many single
Mm.
portions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I categorize them. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, but it can help us to understand. Yeah. So the last one is, you think that your job, your work have no meaning. You couldn't find a meaning at your work. Mm. Yeah.
Mm.
And actually, the third one is actually uh this is a compliment to the first and the second one. Yeah, because uh it can make it stronger. It can make the Monday blues feeling stronger. Yeah. For example, the second one, you feel frustration, and because you do a lot of things, you don't have enough time to rest, and
Yeah.
you are still doing the non-meaningful things at your work. You of course will feel frustration. Because
Mm.
maybe you think you are doing meaningful things when it's weekend. For example, you are a YouTuber, you are a part-time YouTuber, you film a lot of video, and you have no time to rest. You still need to work.
Yeah.
And you think, yeah, filming the video, even is earning, if even it make less money, it make lesser money, but it's meaningful. And it can scale up. Yeah, maybe one day I can get financially freedom. And but how about my work? I couldn't see the way out. Mm,
Mm. Yeah.
yeah. So, but how about when your job is have meaning? Yeah, you still will feel frustration, but lesser. Yeah, but lesser. Mm,
Mm.
mm.
Yep.
And how about the first one? Yeah, the first one, you need you waste your time. Yeah, you waste your time in the weekend to play the games, to watch the drama, and when the Mondays come, you need to start your non-meaningful life.
Mm.
Yeah. So if uh, you spend your weekday in
Mm.
non-meaningful things, and you spend your weekend also in non-meaningful things.
Yeah.
You just play the game, you just watch the drama. You don't think it's meaningful. Yeah. So it seems like your whole life don't have a meaning. Yeah. Of course you'll feel frustration, especially when it's come to Monday. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm. Okay, and this is the categories. And yeah, just like I say, I don't think this is a good idea because uh everyone will experience the Monday blues, and the Monday blues can come from many things. And if you still work, you more or less will feel will experience this. Yeah, no matter the things you are doing is meaningful, no matter the thing is you are doing is not meaningful. Mm. And also, if you try to find the non-meaningful things in your at your career, at your work, you still can find it. If you want to try to find meaningful things, you still can find it, but a little bit lesser. Mm. So overall, and for the people who don't have the awareness about the good things in their life, the good thing in their career, they will like kind of like they'll have the tunnel visions, and also just focus about the bad things. Yeah, and they actually exaggerate the bad things and ignore the good things. Yeah. Mm. So yeah, and how to deal with that? Okay, how to deal with that? Uh, um, okay. I will say some common methods. I'll say some common methods that I think it can work. It really can work. And after that, after these methods, I will say about like go into the deeper about the Monday blues. Just like you talk about the underlying motive, and then I will give another method.
Okay.
And the first method is shift your focus. Now this is a very good method. You shift your focus. And how to shift your focus? Maybe you can have a to-do list. Yeah, to-do list. And so you go to work, and then you kind of think like how to make a thing done. Yeah. So for example, in the Monday morning, and you think, yeah, which task I should do the first? How can I arrange my time schedule? How can I manage the task? Yeah, so I can work more effectively. I can work more efficient. Yeah. So you kind of like shift the focus on at the work, so uh you can experience less emotion because you don't put the time on the emotion. Yeah, you shift your focus. Yeah. Just like what I did in the past when I need to when I need to work on an Excel template, or when I need to work on my trading boards. Yeah, I feel excited. I actually couldn't wait the Mondays come. Yeah. So this is the method. And I certainly don't think like you can like prepare sorry, I mean you can like kind of like prepare your emotion to go through it. I don't think you can do that. And also I don't think you can like uh relax, and also you can like uh have a fun. Yeah, have fun in your weekend, so you can like reduce the Monday blue. But sometimes it actually increase the Monday blue, because it actually fall into the first category. Frustration come from not doing meaningful things. You have wasted time. Yeah, so you can think like you spend Monday to Friday, or Monday to Saturday uh to work, and on Saturday and Sunday you need to prepare. You need to prepare in order to reduce the Monday blue. Yeah. So uh what what the life look like? Very terrible, right?
Yeah, bring your work until weekend, right?
Mm, yeah. So I don't think this is a good method. Mm, yeah. Okay, and also I don't think that we actually need to really deal with that. Yeah. And the thing and the reason is because we need time. We really need a time to get something work, and and during the time you, of course, you'll feel frustrations and you'll feel a lot of Monday blues.
Yeah.
But as long as you know you are on the way, you are you are on the right directions, and it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. So the bad the mm, the terrible things is that you don't have a goal, you don't know your directions, so you live your life seems like no meaning. You have no direction, and every week you just think that um you work and then you rest and then you work you rest. You don't know what's the reason you work for.
Mm.
Mm. So it seems like you work for an unknown things, and then your rest is preparing for your work. Yeah. So your whole life is for nothing. Yeah.
Mm.
So this is something that you need to find your directions. You need to find the meaning. Mm. You need to have a goal. Yeah. Even though, yeah, actually having a goal is one of the topics. Is one of the tasks we can do to increase our happiness. But it is not. This is not just. It's not like you need to set a plan for the goal. No, the study have shown that if uh, the people who have the goal,
Mm.
just having the goal, and their result is better than those people don't have the goals. Yeah, and your goals can be changed. Yeah, maybe can be changed after a week, can be changed after a few days, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, if you just have, if you have the goal, you know, you know what you are working on. Yeah, even the goal change frequently. Yeah, and
Mm.
the people who have goal also will feel happier than other people in long term. Yeah, and hey, back to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because during the time you you read you can't get things you can't get things fixed, you can't get things well in just in just 1 week. You, of course, you experience you experience tons of week. Yeah, so how can you deal with the Monday blues? And some people think, yeah, so this is the reason why we need to deal with the Monday blue, because we have we have a longer we have the longer period that we expect, that we imagine. We
Mm.
really need to find a way to deal with it, to deal with the Monday blues, so we can like become happier. But think about the self-esteem. Can you really like uh shift upgrade the dependent self-esteem to independent self-esteem, and independent self-esteem to unconditional self-esteem by doing something? Yeah, you can, but actually the major part of the upgrading is not come from doing something. It's actually come from accepting something. It's come from not doing something.
Mm.
Yeah. So it actually linked to the point, a deeper understanding about the Monday blues. Maybe you're just finding an excuse. You don't have a passion at work. You have a lot of financial stress, and you don't face to the reality, and you don't solve the core problem. You don't solve the biggest problem. You don't think about that, and you just meditate. You just uh, you just medicate it, and then you just like kind of like uh to avoid to face to the biggest problems in your life, and then you
Yeah.
think it's just Monday blues. Yeah, it will get
Mm.
over. It will get over in the weekend. Yeah. So the first is you don't have a goal. You don't find a meaning in your life. Yeah. So that you, and then after that you find an excuse, and you don't want to solve the biggest problem. You just kind of like avoid it, and then rationalize yourself. Is it just
Mm.
Monday blue?
Mm.
Mm. Yeah, and Monday blues will get over when it comes to Tuesday, when it comes to Wednesdays. Yeah. So this is the uh, this is a deeper understanding. And yeah, of course, you can choose to solve it. You can choose not to solve it. But the main point is you need to face the bigger problem.
Mm.
Mm. And it leads to the next point. Some people try to solve it, okay, and they really try to solve it. That they want to solve it, but
Yeah.
can they do it well? When they do more things, they actually care more. Monday blues, the impact of the Monday blue is bigger. Yeah. So it's something like you pay more attention to something, and then you shape the shape. Let's say for example, you can try to do an experiment.
Mm.
You When you are walking, you try you try to think. You try to think, and you try to control your walking. Control which foot step first. Okay, this time is left, this time is right, this time left,
Mm.
this time is right, and
Yeah.
how my hand can shrink,
Mm.
how my hand shrink. Okay, when I step the right foot, and then my left hand should be in front. Yeah,
Mm.
and then my right hand should be at back, and you
Yeah.
try to think, and then you try to walk as you think, and you found that it is so difficult. And
Mm.
you can find that, yeah, sometimes you couldn't walk as you think.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, sometimes yeah, maybe this time you think, yeah, I want to step the right foot, but but when it is come to let's say there's an upstairs. Yeah, and you normally and you normally, let's say you normally uh will just okay, let's say if you walk naturally, uh you don't care which foot you should step uh first when you are moving upstairs. Okay, but if you think that, oh, I use too much of my left hand, I use too much of my left leg, yeah,
Mm.
to go up to the upstairs. Yeah,
Mm.
so the muscle of my left leg is stronger, and it actually means that my right leg muscles is weaker. So I want to change. I want to step my right foot first, so I can like uh train my right leg muscle become stronger, and make it balance.
Mm.
Yeah, make it balance. So and but normally when you walk naturally, you don't care. But when the time you need to care, and your walking will look strange, because yeah, and when you go to upstairs, if you walk naturally, maybe at this time you should use your left leg. But if you really have the conscious want to use your right leg, you will stop. You delay like maybe 1 second or 0.5 seconds in order to use your right leg
Mm. Yeah.
to step the upstairs first. Yeah, to
Mm.
step the stair first. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
It's not so smooth, right? Before you step out your right leg, right?
so it's not smooth. So I kind of like use the analogy to explain. If you're too conscious about something,
Yeah.
sometimes it's not a good thing. Yeah, sometimes it's not a good thing. I didn't say uh it should always is a bad thing. Yeah, not the case. Yeah,
Mm.
but sometimes it could be bad if you're too focused about something.
Mm.
Mm, yeah. So you're too concerned about the Monday blue, and then you try to solve it. You find a lot of way to solve it, and then you think you are doing right. So your Monday blue have reduced. But what if this week you don't have time to quote unquote prepare for your Monday blue? Can the Monday blues feeling becomes stronger.
Yeah, it will.
Mm. And how about thinking on you need to prepare a lot of things in order to deal with the Monday blue? Is this another frustration?
Yes.
Yeah. So you try to solve the Monday blue and you create another problem. Yeah. So this is the thing I want to mention. And what can you do with that is actually give yourself the permission to be human. Accept it. Yeah, you just accept it. Yeah. You accept and you acknowledge you have Monday blues. Yeah. And it doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. It's just a feeling. It's just a negative emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I go to office, when I start to work, I will forget about it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So is this a better way to solve it? Is it a better way to deal with it rather than solve it, but you choose to accept it? Yeah.
Yep.
So I think this is the ultimate solution to the Monday blue. Yeah. To the Monday blue. Yeah. Uh, when you when you have when you ha- when you also have a goal, you know you are working on the directions, and you self-reflect and you know what kind of life you want to live. You know what you really want to do in your life. Yeah, only by doing that, when you face a Monday blue, just accept it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
yeah, and if you don't have the direction, don't have the things that I mentioned uh, just now, for example, like you don't know what you really want to do in your life, and whether you have Monday blue or not, it doesn't change anything. Yeah, maybe it will become worse. It will
yeah.
become worse. And no matter how you try to solve the Monday blue, your problem is still there. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no matter you accept or not, the problem is still there. But maybe you need to like think about the bigger problem. Yeah, you also can choose to accept the bigger problem. It's up to you. But would you really feel happy if you don't cope with if you don't cope, if you just accept everything? Your long-term happiness, your long-term base happiness level um, will fall down if you don't cope, if you don't take challenge, if you don't face to the reality, don't face to the obstacle.
Yeah.
So there's something you need to balance. You need to cope, and you also need to accept something in order to achieve the long-term happiness. That means the to achieve or to pursue the upward spiral of long-term base happiness level. Yeah. So that's my sharing for today.
Yeah. Yep. So I think yeah, I get something from your sharing really. You got a bigger picture for the topic today. And then you mentioned out that there is a big difference between the real Monday blue and also some of our big problems in our life, and we shouldn't mix it together and just fix it like fixing Monday blue. Yeah, they're not the same. And yeah, you also keep mentioning about the big problems in our life, and I think this is something really we need to be aware of. Yep. Yep. And then for the part that you say accept, yeah, I totally agree. If the Monday, if we can separate those bigger problems in our life, and then also maybe the meanings of work, we can separate these two things from the normal Monday blues, and then yeah, for the normal Monday blues, yeah, it is one of the solution of it is just accept it, right? And we don't have uh, to to even pay more effort and attention on those things. And the worst scenario is that we if we don't separate them and then we use the we use some ways to deal with the Monday blues. Yeah, just like I say, we rationalize problems and make it like this is Monday blues.
Mm.
Yeah, and then also for the accept part, I think accepting something, this is a very deep a very deep things to me. I mean, maybe this is it can lead to a higher level. I mean, uh, uh, people that have a higher level of acceptance, they can actually get happiness. But for normal people like me, accepting something uh, may not lead me to more happiness. Yeah, this is something also we couldn't work hard to make it. Yeah, it is difficult. Just like the monk, Sengren, they can live a life like accepting many things, and then they still can feel peace and happiness. And
Okay.
yeah, but for normal people, we couldn't. So this is not something we need to. I think we need to
Okay.
pursue so
Uh,
much.
yeah. Actually, give yourself the permission to be human is one of the major part in the positive psychology. Yeah.
Mm,
So this is something that really important, and the lecture keep mentioning about it. And
mm,
yeah, and just like when you feel sad, you can cry. You are human, you can cry. You don't need to be strong. You can cry, and after you cry, after you release your emotion, solve the problem.
mm,
Yeah. If your family member die, you don't need to be strong. You can cry, you can feel sad. After that, you still need to live the life that you want to live.
mm,
Yeah. When you feel frustration, when you have negative emotion, sometimes you can just accept it. Yeah, you can, even though it may waste the 1 day times. Yeah, you really feel frustration, you can't do anything. Don't try it hard. Just accept it, and maybe you just lay down your bed. Yeah, just
mm,
lay down. Mm. And after sometimes maybe 1 hours, 2 hours, or even 1 day, after that you when you when you finally release your negative emotion, you can get up and do the thing.
mm,
Yeah. And when you talk about a monk, I don't really think all of the monks they really can have the peace of mind, can have the happiness. Maybe some of them just use some of them just use this way to avoid the problem they face to the reality. Just avoid the problem they need to
mm.
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they choose this way. So they don't need to work hard. They can some people will pick them. Yeah. And kind of like they focus about uh like meditation, or focus about uh like the what is it called, uh I certainly forget the term, the vocab. It's something like the 念经. So it's like the uh
Chanting, is it? I'm not
yeah,
sure.
it's that one. Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, chanting. Yeah. And they keep focus about the chanting, the meditation, and
Mm,
beside the thing, they do nothing.
mm.
Mm. And how about the food, the accommodations? They rely on other
Yeah,
people, rely on
yeah.
other
Don't
people
have to
donate.
worry.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
do they really have the peace of mind? Do they really try to solve the problem to to allow to kind of like become happier, to pursue the happiness? Maybe yes, maybe no. Yeah.
Mm,
But I also by but the thing I sure that not all the monks uh actually 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 kind of like is on the way to become happier.
mm,
Yeah. I don't think all of them are on the are on their right way to become happier. And
Yeah.
also back to accepting part. And you say normal people uh is could accept, but the permission to be human, yeah, it's something that this is the ability of human. If you can't accept something, if you
Mm.
can't if you can't do nothing, if you can't like um experience the bad thing, if you lose if you lose the ability to experience the bad thing, just like you lose your ability to feel the sense. For example, when you touch a burning when you put your hand into a burning water, into a
Mm.
boiling water, you
Yeah.
uh you don't feel hurt, you don't feel it's burning on you don't feel the water burn your hands, you don't feel
Mm.
that. And is it good? It's not good.
No.
Yeah. This is our ability, and the
Mm.
ability uh to experience the bad thing, to experience the pain. It's not a bug, it's a features.
Mm.
Yeah, it's one of features. In order
Yeah.
in order to kind of like uh to let us know to let us know uh is it dangerous.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Signal
and
our body what to do.
mm, and how about emotion? Yeah, you are human, so you definitely will have emotion. And the people who don't have emotion, uh only two type of people don't have emotion.
Dead
The first
people.
is, yeah, the first one is bad people, and the second one is psychopath. uh
Mm.
神经病. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 神经病 one, psychopath. So you want to be uh do you want to be them? No. Yeah, you are human, you are real
Mm.
human, and you are normal people. So
Yeah.
if you are normal people, this is the ability you have, you gain. Yeah,
Mm.
you don't lose your ability, you still have your ability. Yeah, so
Mm.
accepting something is the ability, is the ability of human. Yeah, it's the ability for normal people.
Mm.
Yeah, the non-psychopath and non-dead people is the ability for normal people. Yeah. And
Mm.
if you try to think about when you are doing meditation, actually you are cultivating the accepting, the give yourself permission to be human. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Mm. And when you are doing meditation, you may lose your mind, and also sometimes your mind will flow away. And what do you do?
Mm.
Did you blame yourself? Just like you too focused about the Monday blues, you try to solve it, you try to find ways to solve it, or you just accept it. Okay, yeah. Oh, now I realize that I aware that my mind flows to uh, other place, and now I need to shift back my focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to shift back my mind. Yeah, and continue doing the meditation. Yeah.
Mm.
So how about my breathing? My breathing is very rush. Yeah. So are you trying to control it, or you try to accept it? Mm,
Mm. Accept it.
yeah. So mm, yeah, this is the about the permission to be human
Mm. Yeah.
and about the accepting.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I'm quite happy that we can have conversations for such a long time, and then we can kind of combining different things that we have talked about in the previous, right?
Mm,
And then actually one thing comes into my mind, which is do you still remember the part that we read Atomic Habits, which is close to the end, and we have a part which talk about happiness, and then we found that the happiness uh, in the Atomic Habit, which is that particular part, is a little bit different from the happiness in positive psychology.
yeah.
Yeah, and then for this part, I feel like if we just now we say the monk, of course not all the monk is on the way of in the correct path. on happiness. But to those maybe a small majority or maybe some of them who really on the correct path of happiness, and then I think they are kind of the type which is mentioned in the Atomic Habit, which they don't have desire
Mm,
for them. So
mm.
so do you think this is the happiness for those monks?
Okay, about the desire, actually, uh, I'm quite lucky to get some information, to get some knowledge from somewhere else about the desire. In Chinese,
Okay.
we call it 欲望, and
Mm.
even the monk, the scientists actually have proved that. The scientists actually proved that, do a lot of experiments and do a lot of like a double blind experiments, and they
Yeah.
actually found it. The result they found it is normal people compared to the people who have the religion, who keep chanting,
Mm.
and also compared to the monk. Their desire, they still have desire. And if you compare the level of the desire, not significant, not significant difference.
Oh.
Yeah, there are no significant difference.
Mm.
Yeah. So, and if you think about like become a vegetarian, yeah, the
Yeah.
monk don't eat meat. Is it less desire? No, it's not the less desire. It's just they have formed the habit. They already they already get used to it, to eat non-meat food.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's not just a less desire. Mm. Yeah. And you also can see that, yeah, like many like the gurus, many of the master in the religions, they actually have some there's some have some like the bad news
Mm.
about him, to
Scandal.
like come uh no, I mean, what I want to say is,
Mm.
there's some bad news about the guys. Normally it's the men who kind of like the uh assault the women. I don't know whether this is the correct terms. It's like
Mm.
the 侵犯.
Harassment.
Yeah, harassment the woman. And
Yeah, the sex
also,
harassment.
yeah, and also some of the girl actually voice out that uh this uh, this leader actually have sex relationship with her in the past. Yeah.
Mm.
And yeah, so a guru, a master, still couldn't like uh kind of like avoid the desire.
Mm.
Mm. And how about the monk? Yeah, how about if you put the monk in uh like like uh in a place that has a lot of women? Yeah, how you give them a lot of money?
Mm.
Is it just less of desire or less of ability, less of the resources? And this
Mm.
is something that you need to understand. Sometimes it's not less desire, sometimes it's less resourceful. Mm,
Mm. Yeah. And this link to the way we deal with habit, right? We need
mm,
to kind of uh, limit ourselves from getting that something or have the opportunity to do something. So for
mm,
them also, they maybe they live in the temple. They won't see so many things in the society.
mm.
Mm. Yep.
Okay, anything else?
No. Yeah.
Okay, so that's all for our today conversations. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversations? Please tell us what you think of our conversation. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocabulary mistake to make, please also comment to let us know, because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like, subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.